Hey guys, it's Vinnie here, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the front brakes on a 2018 to 2021 Subaru Crosstrek. Front brakes consist of the pads and the rotors. This procedure will be very similar to other year model Subarus, and I'll have all the torque specs listed out down in the description. Now I'm going to show you all the tools that you need to complete this job. You're going to need a car jack, jack stands, some gloves, brake grease, rags, a big hammer, a wire brush, optionally an impact gun with a 1/2 inch and 3/8 inch impact driver. You're going to need a 19mm socket for the lug nuts, a 19mm socket for the brake caliper bolts, a 14mm socket for the other brake caliper bolts, a 1/2 inch breaker bar, a 3/8 breaker bar, 3/8 ratchet, and a small flathead screwdriver or small pry bar. You're also going to need a big pair of channel locks to squeeze the caliper pistons back in, and probably a 19mm wrench to get off those bolts that holds on the brake caliper bracket. All right, and then finally you're going to need a 1/2 inch and a 3/8 torque wrench to finish it all up. Then of course you're going to need your brake pads and your brake rotors. I'll have links in the description for all the tools and parts used in this video. You're going to want a pair of safety glasses and knee pads if you're doing this in your driveway on the ground. All right, with all that said, let's get into it. So the first step is going to be to park the vehicle, ideally on a level surface. The next step is going to be to get your car jack, slide it under the front passenger side of the vehicle, because that's the side we're going to be showing you today in this video, as well as getting your jack stand right next to it. So once you jack the car up, you can also slide your jack stand right under. All right, so you're going to get your jack set right under the pinch weld. We're going to jack it up just a little bit. Then you're going to want to grab your 1/2 inch breaker bar with a 19mm socket, and we're going to go ahead and loosen these lug nuts. All right, now with the lug nuts broken free, we can continue to fully jack up the vehicle. All right, now with the vehicle's wheel off the ground, we're going to slide our jack stand under there for an extra safety precaution. All right, now I just want to show you the locations for placing your jack and your jack stand. So the jack is right here on the pinch weld, and then your jack stand is right over here towards the front on the pinch weld as well. What I like to do is actually lower the jack onto the jack stand and then give the jack just a little bit of pressure, so they're both equally holding onto the vehicle. So if one gives, the other one should save it. It is always better to be safe than sorry. All right, next step, grab your impact gun with a 1/2 inch driver and a 19mm socket, and let's remove this wheel. All right, next step, we're going to remove two 14mm bolts to remove the caliper from the caliper bracket. There's one up here on the top, and then there's another one directly below down here on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and remove these. Okay, and with those two bolts removed, you're then able to remove the caliper, and we'll just rest the caliper right up top like that. Next step, you can grab your flathead or your small pry bar, and we can remove the pads. Also note, it looks like the squealers or the wear indicators are on the bottom of both pads. So when we go to reinstall the new pads, the wear indicators go on the bottom. Here is the old pads, you can see. All right, next step, you're gonna get your 19mm wrench. I'm gonna bring you guys around the back, and there is a 19mm bolt right up here and another one right down here. You're gonna remove both of those to remove the caliper bracket. All right, with both of the 19mm bolts removed, you can remove your caliper bracket. I'm gonna put this caliper right down on top there, because next we're gonna remove the rotor. To do that, if you're replacing these rotors, you can bang anywhere on the rotor to free it from the hub. Now, if you're keeping the rotor, then I would recommend putting 2 lug nuts on these and banging it on this top hat part right around here. And the reason you put the lug nuts on is so you don't accidentally damage these wheel stud threads. So we're gonna get our hammer and bang on it, and it should break free like that. And now you can remove the rotor. All right, so here we're just gonna do a quick comparison from the old front brake equipment to the new front brake equipment. Here you have your old rotor, here's the new rotor. This one's drilled and slotted, and it is labeled front passenger side because these are directional. So it matters on which side of the car that these are put onto. And then you have the old brake pads, which look like they are pretty worn out. Definitely got our money's worth from these. And then our new brake pads. Super beefy, ready to go. Links will be in the description for all the parts used in this video. All right, now that the rotor's removed, I'm gonna get my wire brush and just quickly clean up the rust off of this hub. So when we put the new rotor on, it will seat flush to the hub. All right, next you're gonna get the caliper bracket and we're gonna clean these pins out. So we're gonna pull the pin to remove it and you're gonna pinch the boot. The pin should come right out like so. You do that on both sides. Next thing I like to do is wipe the grease off of each bolt, and don't mix these bolts up. Sometimes they are very particular. And we'll just do a little quick comparison. So you can see one of these bolts is different. The one that has this rubber ring around it will go on the bottom of the caliper bracket. All right, then we will re-grease these caliper bolts. And you'll insert them back in. And I like to pinch the boot a little bit and make sure that this bolt will go in and out very smoothly. You could spin it a few times, make sure that brake grease is even. And now we're gonna go ahead and do it to both. Go ahead, put that in, spin it a little bit. All right, now you can take your brake caliper bracket and we're gonna remove the brake pad clips on the bottom. The only reason we're doing this is because the new set comes with new ones. So if you don't have new ones, then you can skip this step. Just gonna get the flathead under there, pry those out, and it looks like they are the same on both sides. And then you can get your wire brush, clean these out. Then you can get your brake grease, and I'm gonna put a little bit of brake grease inside of here. You can do that on both sides. And then you're gonna get your new brake pad clips, and they should just sit right down in there like that. All right, and that's what it should look like when you're all finished. Next, you're just gonna put some grease on the inside of the brake pad brackets or clips. You just wanna put some brake grease in there. Make sure you have enough to kinda cover all of it. All right, that's a healthy amount. That looks good. All right, now we're good to reinstall our new rotor. And once your new rotor's on there, we can reinstall the caliper bracket. And you can reinstall the two 19mm bolts. And you can torque those two 19mm bolts down to 99 foot-pounds. All right, now you're gonna grab your two brake pads. Make sure both the squealers are on the bottom. And we're gonna get our grease, and this is a service bulletin to also grease the ears or the tips of the pads that touch the caliper. So put grease all around both sides. and then we'll flip it and do the same thing. Try not to get grease on the squealer itself or the wear indicator, but just around it. If you get some grease on there, it's no big deal. All right, and we're gonna reinstall this pad. Again, the squealer's on the bottom. You're gonna wanna seat that squealer and the bottom tab of this pad down in here first, and you'll see how I do it. You kind of have to finagle it in a little bit. There you go. And it should slide in there like that. Make sure that this squealer down here is not bent downwards, because that won't be a correct installation. You want to make sure that it's actually in there facing the rotor itself. So that way, once your pad wears really low, that little metal tab right here can squeak on the rotor to let you know that your pads are low and need to be replaced. But hopefully you're replacing your pads before they get that low. So we'll do the same thing to the rear inside pad. We're just gonna put some grease around the ears, and we're gonna have to reinstall this pad on the inside. Make sure, again, the squealer's at the bottom. All right, and that's what it should look like once you have both pads correctly installed. All right, now we're just gonna prepare the caliper to be reinstalled onto the caliper bracket. Sometimes this is optional, but I like to grab a small pick and some power lube, and I lift these boots up very gently, try not to rip them, and I give it a little squirt, just like that. And that will kind of just prevent any rust buildup inside of these pistons. This is totally optional. Not everybody does it, but it's just a good practice that I like to do. Next, you grab your old brake pad, and we could sit it in there. And then you get your big channel locks, and you're gonna wanna put your channel locks just like this. So around the pad, and I like to go right up on top of this bolt. And then you're gonna squeeze those pistons in very slowly. Just like that. Now you can go ahead, take your caliper and place it over the pads, and you might have to push those slide pins in to get the caliper to sit all the way in there like that. And then you grab your two 14mm bolts. One goes in the top and the other one goes in the bottom, and we'll torque these down to 20 foot-pounds. All right, and after you double checked everything, you're gonna reinstall your wheel. Make sure to reinstall all your lug nuts by hand first. And we can now lightly put these back on, but we're gonna get a torque wrench and then torque them down to 90 foot-pounds. And we're gonna do this in a star pattern. All right, next step, we're just gonna jack the car up off the jack stand so we can remove it. And we're gonna lower the car just so the wheel touches the ground. All right, you're gonna get your torque wrench. We're gonna set that to 90 foot-pounds, and then your 19mm socket. And we're gonna go ahead and torque these wheels down. We're gonna do this in a star pattern. And now you're good to fully lower the vehicle and remove the car jack. You're gonna perform the same procedure to the other side of the vehicle, and then once that's complete, we're gonna jump in, and you're just gonna pump the brake pedal until it gets stiff. And now you're good to go ahead and start up the vehicle. All right, guys, and that's about it. That's how you replace your front brakes on a 2018 to 2021 Subaru Crosstrek. If this video helped you guys out, please leave me a like. If you guys have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments. I will get back to you. And if you're looking for more of this kind of content, then hit that subscribe button, because there'll be plenty more coming your way. I appreciate you guys sticking through on this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.